Now we have nothing to say because we already said all the good shit before. Holy cow, I should have put my hair up. I look like a fucking homeless dude.
You know Puff Daddy?
No.
You don't know who Puff Daddy is? Okay, do you know who Biggie Smalls?
Tupac.
Tupac, yeah.
Okay, so
Well-
Puff Daddy killed him.
No.
Allegedly.
Welcome back, everybody. Breaking Bad Season 5, Episode 1. We hit the finale of Season 4, and it was pretty damn good. Tom, synopsis. Last episode.
All right.
Boom.
So the episode opens with Walt removing the bomb from Gus's car. Jesse is picked up by two cops who want to know how he could possibly know that it was ricin Brock ingested. Jesse tells Saul that Gus visits Hector regularly and recently went and told him about the killing of the cartel. Saul tells Walt, and Walt visits the retirement home to talk to Hector about getting final revenge on Gus. Hector gets a meeting with the DEA to get Gus's attention, even though he just spells out profanities. Jesse is released by the police after the toxicology report comes back on Brock, and it's negative for ricin. He's immediately abducted outside of the police station and taken to the lab to cook. Tyrus tells Gus that Hector's meeting with the DEA. Gus decides to pay Hector one last visit. Tyrus does a final walkthrough to make sure it's safe. He also suggests to Gus that maybe he should take care of Hector, and Gus says he insists that it has to be him who does it. Probably because of the history. As Gus is about to inject Hector, he tells him that this is the last time he'll be able to look at him. Hector looks at him in his amazing little Taco Bell face and starts dinging his bell, which activates the bomb that Walt had placed underneath his wheelchair. There's an explosion. Gus walks out of Hector's room, half of his face blown off, adjusts his tie, and collapses and dies. Jesse and Walt meet. And Jesse tells Walt that Brock is going to be okay and that it actually wasn't ricin, it was a flower called Lily of the Valley that he had eaten. And the episode ends with a pan in on the plant in the back of Walt's yard, and you can see it's marked Lily of the Valley, revealing that Walt is in fact responsible for poisoning Brock.
And Gus became Two-Face.
Yes.
I went back and listened to our discussion of obviously not, last episode, but the episode before that. And I was saying, like, why would Jesse think that, like, out of nowhere, that Walt would poison Brock? And I was like, you moron! You moron! Like, all of the...
None
like,
of us. We all thought that.
Yeah, and then I'm like,
I think I said, like, imagine if Walt did poison him.
Yeah.
You did.
And he did, clearly.
Unfreaking believable. Now I hope Jesse kills him. Like, I feel like, how dare you? And it was such a gamble on his part, but it's exactly like something that, like, Gus would do. And this is Walt just going to the next level. He beat the boss, and now he's on to the next.
She's going to find out about the flower and Jane at the same time.
My God,
I hope so. And then he's gonna...
Yes.
What's gonna happen to Los Pollos Hermanos? Do you think the fast food chain is gonna continue? Is somebody buy it? I mean, they're not gonna be able to change their name to like Los Muertes Hermanos.
The Dead Brothers. Ouch.
That's dark, bro. Darker than Jane's X.
I like it.
But they probably never go into that. It's probably just like what happens to the huge fast food chicken chain. Maybe there'll be like a news broadcast in the background. It's like McDonald's is purchased or KFC is purchased.
Maybe they will go into it.
Nice. I hope so.
Maybe Walt buys it.
That would be awesome.
You know
the biggest thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, go to.
I was gonna say I remember watching or ending this season, and the main thing I was wondering what was gonna happen was. After it all goes down, I was like, "What the fuck is Mike? What's Mike gonna do?"
Yeah.
Is he gonna be relieved? Is he gonna be pissed? Is he gonna be
That's what, yeah.
He's in Mexico, and all of a sudden, hey, oh, by the way, your boss
Is dead.
he did.
The scene where Mike had to talk to Gus about Jesse. I don't know if I remember when he was like, he's such a pain in the ass. He was like talking about getting rid of him, and Gus was like, just spend some time with him and see. There was like a close up of his face in that scene where his eyes were really almost like he was scared or he hadn't slept. He was like there was something about that situation that like weighed heavily on him, and like I couldn't pinpoint it. I just kind of chalked it up to like, yeah, he's talking to Gus, and Gus is like a scary person, and he's gonna like, when you say anything to Gus, you have to be careful because, well, when you used to say anything to Gus, you would used to have to be careful about what you were saying, because if you interfered with his plan, he wouldn't necessarily tell you. You wouldn't necessarily have a heads up, and you could just be like, God, like Hector, or
You could just
what was his
be like
name?
Victor, yeah.
Victor. So like I could tell that there was something in that scene that didn't fit because there was no reason at that time to believe that Mike, but I think that's the case. I think Mike was probably similar to Walt and Jesse in that they kind of regretted their decision to work with him, but you can't exactly just walk away. Well, you used to not be able to walk away from him. So,
Well, do you think Mike has any kind of like caring like relationship for Gus, or whether it's just his boss and he's just
I don't know how you could care about Gus after seeing everything that he's done. Like I don't know if you could necessarily have that type of relationship with him.
And
like
I
he
agree
watched
with you.
him kill Victor.
I agree with you about like Jesse stood up to Gus and during that meeting. You remember when that's what ended up being the kid getting killed? But like I remember seeing the scene where Jesse stood up to Gus and like Mike was ready to get up out of his chair.
Yeah.
And like be like, what the fuck did you just say to him? Like nobody speaks to him like that. And so I'm wondering if Mike has any kind of like actual feelings towards Gus, or whether it's just this is what he does. And so maybe are they just gonna start something up again, and now Jesse's his boss, or Mike's the boss, or Walt's the boss? Somebody's going to be a boss. There's a boss opening.
Try to be. It ain't going to be Skyler.
Do they start cooking again? Like we had this discussion before.
Skeisenberg?
Like the best thing for all of them to do is just like stop, right? But I guess Mike is the only. I guess Mike is the only. He's the only.
So the only thing I would argue is that Walt cooked a lot to pay Ted.
Oh yeah, it's true.
So he really doesn't. I mean,
but they have a car wash.
But they have a profitable car wash, and he's still got a couple $100,000 left.
That's true.
Unless you spend all of it on the bomb stuff.
But as we know, Walt, maybe it's not really about the money for Walt.
No, it's about being top dog.
And it's gonna be a whole bunch of people looking for product and nobody providing that product.
It's been a while since we've been introduced to new characters, and I expect some new characters to pop in. Like, what was the most recent character? Tyrus? Like, everybody else is...
No. Andrea was before Tyrus. Or after Tyrus, wasn't she? Tyrus was clear back.
Tyrus was after the one dude
got killed.
after Victor got dead.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's not
very.
Yeah,
that's right. He replaced Victor. I forgot about that.
And that was like a season. There's been no more new characters. I feel like last season there really wasn't too many new characters.
There will be not a lot, but there is definitely new characters.
Well, I'm looking forward to like there being a new mainish character. Somebody that's going to be involved in, like, how like Jane and her father were like season 3. You had like Tuco to season 1, like somebody remarkable.
Yeah,
I hope there's one. Yeah, let's go. Okay, here we go. It's time. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1, garbage.
Ugh.
Can you cook this a little bit more? Put this back in the
really.
oven, please. Just gonna eat all the bacon.
Free meal. Free is good. Even if I was like rich, free is always good.
How is this like the foreshadowing of the end?
New Hampshire. You're long.
Ah, live free or die.
How long a drive is that?
About 30 hours if all you stop for is gas.
Wow, you headed to California?
No. Here.
Okay. So what's here?
That guy.
Business.
He's from a previous episode of Breaking Bad. As well.
Some off the internet. It's in there.
He looks a little different.
I guess.
No, I don't think I Yeah, I don't recognize
I don't recognize him.
So he's the guy that in what was that? 38
He's coughing again.
Snub-Nose episode.
Yeah. Oh, that sold the gun?
Yeah, he sold it. He's that arms dealer.
Okay.
Uh-oh. So he's coughing again and taking meds again? Well, then. Ho,
That
ho,
is a
ho,
big
I
ass
have a
gun.
machine gun. Is it me you're looking for?
Hello to you too.
Wasn't one of the spoilers Holly killed Gus?
Yeah.
So Hank, look at you.
Here's Hank. This is the laundromat, right?
Yeah.
He's the DEA house.
What do you figure that was? I don't know. Some kind of lab equipment?
Camera.
Maybe a camera?
Mike with chickens?
Nice. Just be nice. Let Wendell in there. Wendell doesn't eat, nobody eats. It's Gustavo.
Es muerte. Oh, anger. Maybe there was a relationship. Or maybe he's mad he gotta get a new job.
Oh. Mike,
It's freaking, is it Walt? Looks
Son
like
of a
the
bitch.
car. Yep.
Son of a bitch! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up, hold up! Get out of my way, kid! Mike, wait a minute, all right? Let him talk.
Let him talk. I am done listening to this asshole talk.
What'd you do, Jesse? Do you even know? Do you even know what you've done?
Yeah, he saved his own life.
One more word.
Mike, if you kill him, you're gonna have to kill me.
He had a laptop in his office. Kept it in the back of the restaurant. It all fed straight to there.
Do you think we could work together on this thing? You folks have it over there? Could you tell me that at least? Yeah. Yeah. Well, thanks for your help.
Oh, yeah? We're boned.
Well,
You know how they say it's been a pleasure? It hasn't.
Are you gonna tell us about the laptop?
Where you going?
I'm getting the hell out of Dodge, kid. And so should you. It's describe it.
Get Hank to get it and actually drop a magnet on it.
Fort Knox. And what are you gonna do? Are you gonna put on your black leotard and go dangling on a clothesline? It's a building full of cops. What else do you need to know? And why in the hell am I talking to you?
What about a magnet?
You want to commit all of the crime just to get this bomb of yours into evidence.
Who said bomb? I said a device.
Yo, what
An
about like a magnet?
incendiary device. One quick fire is all it would take.
You are probably talking about 2 feet of reinforced concrete.
Or what about a magnet?
What magnet? What about it?
If you have any brains, you'll take that money you save and you skip town. Today. Right now.
I don't think this can work.
Is that a serious question?
Mike, this is a 3-man job. The only way I know it won't work for sure is if we don't have you.
Isn't that magnet going to attract everything else? Metal in the evidence room?
Maybe.
Because it's really big?
Yeah, speaking of things that tend to rile you up, the police, they made a call. Let me back up a little. Can I sit down?
Okay, so why are the police...
There was an incident with Beneke, with the...
Oh, God.
An incident.
Oh, Jesus.
And
What incident?
an act of God. There's no right, there's no wrong, and it's just, that's the best phrase. It fits, but we got a problem.
Ted's dead.
Sorry?
Ted is dead?
Knew it.
No.
Ah, you're right, Kitty.
He just woke up.
Ha!
Flip that switch, turns it on. Twist this here, that's your power control.
All right.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Fire in the hole.
All right, start walking forward slowly.
Whoa. Wait. Yeah, that did it.
Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
Hi, who are you looking for?
Ted Beneke. I'm a friend of his. But if it's not a good time, I can...
No, this is fine. I'm just finishing up. Come on in.
Hey, Ted.
I tell you, he's been a real champ. His color's better and his blood pressure's up. We are gonna have you eating solid food in a day or two. I bet you money.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right, I'm just down the hall.
Maybe Ted should have just died.
Right?
Stupid rugs.
Skyler, I haven't said anything. I told them it was an accident. They tripped and fell. That is all they know. I've got children, family. I swear to you. Please.
She's terrified of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Never breathe one word of this.
Oh. Oh.
Damn, right?
I guess that's the end of Ted.
That is the end of Ted.
No, there's no more Ted.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
They had to tie up the Ted
That
loose
was
end.
jarring.
I know. I had the same reaction. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Mike, where'd you get that?
Home Depot. Oh, it's killing all their computers. Everything's gonna get sucked to the wall. Funk.
All those other crimes that aren't going to get solved now.
How's it not pull the parts of the vehicle? Hang on.
Shut up! What exactly are you celebrating? You left the truck behind.
So what?
So what? So what if they find prints? What if they trace it back to the wrecking yard?
They won't. There's no prints. I made sure of that.
Well, you got all the answers. So you tell me, Answer Man. Did all that even work just now?
Yes. It worked.
Why? How do we know?
Because I say so.
Cocky motherfucker.
Okay, Gus Light.
Wish.com, Gus.
Gus at home.
Yeah.
3317. Fring, Gustavo. Frame photograph of 2 men.
Aw.
Damaged. The glass is broken. And photo has slipped out of its frame. Bag appears to be slightly punctured by broken glass. Huh. Check it out.
There's something behind it?
That's not on the manifest.
Solve one problem, cause another.
Like this, okay? I put my ass on the line for you. Huel, too, huh? He's got fingers like hot dogs. He could
Horizon.
easily busted this in two and killed everyone in the office. But do I complain? No, beg, borrow, or steal. I'm your Huckleberry. I go the extra mile. Only you never told me that kid would wind up in the hospital. You know, take that thing and get the hell out of here. You and me, we're done.
Whoa.
We're done when I say we're done.
Somebody a little high on power. While everybody you care about is terrified of you. What? It's the wrong thing to say.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but like.
It's all about me. Jesus. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Walt's done for. So told you Gus dies at the end of the last season. Walt dies at the end of the season.
Well, there's no big boss. He's the boss.
That's right.
He's the
and
big,
he
he's
is.
the.
I like what you. I hope Jesse kills him. That would be good. What if Mike dies? What if Mike dies really late in the season because of Walt? Jesse then kills Walt. There's my prediction, and there's a water heater involved somewhere.
Never roll out the water heater.
I just like keep thinking, was there a way for Walt to accomplish with Jesse what he needed to accomplish without poisoning Brock?
I would probably go ahead and say a little bit of better communication. Seems like the whole series has been bad communication between people you supposedly really care about, but do not trust to include in your super smart decisions.
Yeah, so, I mean, Walt had to do something to get Jesse on his side because he couldn't, do anything about Gus unless... Because Jesse was the only one that had access to Gus. So, yeah. I'm sure that we could,
How about sit down and have a couple of
and...
fucking beers and have a little chat with the person that you care about so much?
They had lots of chats. I mean,
Yeah.
I told Jesse multiple times that, like, you have to do this or I'm dead.
Yeah, but they're always kind of dickish. Like, he was always kind of like, I'm smarter than you.
Right, so Walt
You're
needed
stupid.
to, like, because Jesse's life, at least at that point, was not, like, in jeopardy. And so whenever Walt would come to Jesse and be like, my life is in danger, and Jesse's like, yeah, I get it, and I'm going to help you, but would never follow through. And, like, Walt was kind of like, no, you don't understand. So, yeah, I guess, like, Walt needed to do something extreme to make him
Drastic,
feel like, you know, his life and loved ones were in jeopardy just as much as his, like, Walt's was. So, I mean, and the way he said I won, like, where he was, like, half crying, like, I really do genuinely, I think he genuinely feels validated in what he did. But, like, that's a child, and you could have killed that kid. That's, like, so selfish because you got cancer and then decided that you were going to cook meth, and now everyone gets to live and die around what you feel is right. I mean, and that's the problem we've all had with Walt from season 1. You know what I mean? Like, I just think, like, he's going to be, like, in Buffy terms, the big bad. And, like, Jesse's the logical one to take him out. And it's going to, I hope Jesse finds out about everything so that he can feel completely validated in whatever he ends up doing to him.
Like when he shoots him in the fucking face.
Right, like where he's like, Jesse, wait, boom. You know what I mean? Like, not even thinking.
The directors will probably be Skylar who shoots him in the face instead of Walt, or instead of Jesse. But, like, all of this, everything that's happened, all of this shit that's happened is Walter's fault. It's all Walter's fault. All of it has cascaded because of the stupid fucking decision that he made to cook meth and try to become a badass instead of take Gretchen and Elliot's money. If he had just done that, none of this would have happened. He would have just been his still teacher, and he would, everything would have been wouldn't be in this situation.
Even like a level more. Okay, he didn't take their money, but okay, well now you have a good thing going with Gus. Just cook.
It's
shut
true.
the fuck
He
up
could
and cook.
actually
But it's
just
that goddamn ego.
He could just do the drug thing. He could have been fine.
Yeah, I mean, even though, taking the money would have been better, you didn't, and now you can cook and make $1 million every 3 months. Like, seriously?
So 2 times.
Like, just fucking cook. Just shut the fuck up and cook.
A terrible selfish decision, right? Like, you just decided for yourself. And like, it just goes to show that you talk a lot of talk, but you really don't care about your family and your friends. All of them right now are fucking terrified of you.
No, he feels validated. He doesn't care
like,
because
cool.
in his mind there was no other way. There was no other way. That child had to be poisoned. Like, in his mind.
And he's like, well, don't worry, I did the math. Everything was good. It's correct. I've never made a mistake before.
And thankfully it didn't, but what if it had? And then we all know what he would have done, exactly what he did with Jane. Like, feel like a martyr because this is something that he's holding in because he had to do it, instead of being like, no, I was the cause of someone's demise. Maybe in that moment, maybe not in general. Like, that kid could have gone out the next day and on his bike and gotten hit by a car or something. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, who knows? But, like, you were the cause of something bad happening to them in that moment. So, like, instead of seeing it that way, no, it's like what I had to do. What I had to do. Like, he's psychotic, and he's psychotic, and he will not stop until he's stopped. Like, he doesn't, he's not doing this for the money. He's not doing this for anybody's safety anymore.
No, right, exactly. Fuck Walt. Fuck Walt. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Walt as a character. He is a fantastic character. He's a fantastic written character. The acting is phenomenal. He's fantastic character. Fuck him. Like his character, I think that's the point. Like he's just such.
Yeah, they wrote him.
He's
and he
such
did such a good job.
A piece of shit, man. He's such a piece of shit of a person. He's so bad.
So the opening was him giving the money to the snub nose guy, and that he's the vacuum guy too. And so then that was
no. He's not the vacuum guy.
He's not the vacuum guy. So
nope.
That's just a flash forward.
Yeah, so that's a flash forward. That's some kind of a huge machine gun. He bought from the same guy he bought the snub nose from.
Yeah. Not that I forgot about the machine gun, but I didn't make the connection.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a huge machine gun, and that's all we know so far.
And he was from New Hampshire, and then they were back in New Mexico?
Yes, he was back in Albuquerque.
And she was like, it takes, and he was like, it takes 30 hours to drive. But that's because he had a New Hampshire license. Does he actually go to New Hampshire? Where the fuck does he get the fake ID? I guess we find it.
What does he need a machine gun
The rest
for?
of that I will not comment.
What does he need something like that for? Oh, God.
What do you think he needs it for?
Well, there's no cartel. Skyler?
Okay, well, it's a flash forward.
Holly builds up like
I
Fort Knox.
think that we're going to
a toddler army.
We're going to get introduced to some new characters.
Yeah, I wonder. So there's got to be, because there's always people so the cartel's gone, but there's always people who are outside of the cartel, like exactly what Gus and Max were trying to do, like get in on it. So I wonder if I don't know. I couldn't even begin to try to predict what happens next.
I wanted to pause.
Yeah.
I wanted to pause the film when they had whatever that was behind it. Looked like an address, something that was behind the picture.
Oh yeah. Oh, so we're gonna get Gus's
So
backstory?
there's something there that has to do with he hid it. I don't know if it has to do with Gus's backstory. It could. But there's something there that he hid behind that picture.
It looked like maybe where's he originally from?
So is it a spoiler if I tell you what it said? Like you could go back and rewatch it.
That's exactly what I would
and actually,
so it's not really a spoiler.
Actually,
right?
After this, I would go back and look at it and pause it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would.
So it's not a
can I just tell you?
Yes.
Routing numbers.
Bank routing numbers. Okay, I would have recognized that.
Oh,
so
it looked like it had like a city or something.
No,
so I don't know what the first one was, but the second or third word said routing number and then a bunch of numbers.
Okay.
Routing numbers in 9 digits.
Oh, so they're going to be able to trace money.
What do they say? Follow the money.
Oof. Well, we're just starting, kids. We're just
Sure, that's
rolling.
great. I'm excited for this season.
I'm glad Mike is doing good.
That was a good intro.
Yeah.
Magnets.
I know.
I gotta give you props. Kevin actually called it before.
I just called magnets.
Like, magnets?
Well, we yell at our kid. Well, we don't yell at them, but we always warn them that don't put magnets near. Like I remember we used to have all these like promotional magnets, and they'd always be like, "Do not put them on the computer."
Yeah.
But it was very smart, and Jesse's always overlooked. Look at them fighting.
I know. He's just like magnets.
Arguing.
Magnets.
And he's like, hello. And then Jesse, stand up for yourself. When are you gonna realize that you also could knock if you wanted to? You know what I mean?
Girl, I'm tired. I'm tired.
You could also.
I lost Jane. My borderline stepson was almost poisoned and died.
You're right.
I murdered somebody in cold blood. He was 4 feet from my face, and I shot him in the head. I'm fucking tired. I don't even wear pumpkin shirts anymore. I'm in all black. Leave me alone. I've had enough.
I know.
I'm so tired.
I hope he kills Walt. He takes all of the money he calls the vacuum man, and he takes him and Brock, and I always forget her name. Andrea or something like that.
Andrea.
Yeah. Andrea. And they live happily ever after.
And they live happily ever after in the Mexico filter.
In Chile.
Maybe, yeah. What a like Gus's
Thinking, like,
mansion or something that he
right,
still
or
had there that
something.
nobody knew about because he like whatever. That's
he changes
exactly
his
what
name
happens.
from Jesse to Gustavus.
Yeah, so that's what I hope happens, and I hope they live in paradise and happy and all that. And Skylar's got the car wash, so she'd be fine. So would Holly and Junior. But like, yeah, yep.
I like the prediction that Skylar kills Walt.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
Probably
I think
not.
she might help. I think she'll
She's
be
gonna help
like,
Jesse.
Yeah, maybe she'll be like some sort of like aspect of it, but I don't think she'll actually. I it's got to be Jesse. It's got to be.
I remember thinking when I was watching it live that they're such good writers, and like I remember thinking, are they the type of writers that it ends on a good note, a bad note, like what
Both.
I remember like being like, I just need to know how it's gonna end for Walt, for Jesse, for his family, for Hank, for Marie, for everybody, Mike, and I just remember thinking,
right, hoping,
like,
making sure you
there's
get
only
closure
15
for all
episodes
of them, right?
left. Like all these stories are gonna end. Who's gonna be there and who's not? And it's just super anxiety for me. It was.
What if Walt Jr. turns his crutch into a
mount for the machine gun?
Long barrel, high powered single shot rifle. And he just gets.
That's just a given.
And then shoots a water heater and it shoots
Oh,
straight up.
he uses water pressure to fire. He's got to tap into
There
a
you go.
into
it's like a water gun, except just like super pressure.
No, but it's but it's steam pressured, so that's why he needs the hot water heater. So the hot water comes through, it builds steam pressure, and then fires the projectile.
Okay.
But his new hot water system is tankless.
Then he's fucked.
demand,
That thing's gonna shoot out. It's gonna go like 40 feet.
Takes 20 seconds.
Right.
It's time that he might not have.
Need
Especially when you're trying to shoot
poison
planes
another
out of the
kid.
sky. You know what I mean? Like you got to be a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. I've had enough.
All right.
Okay. Goodbye.
Okay. Goodbye. We'll see you next week.